Most men think that women are like men, and that when a man gets into a serious relationship or married or lives with a woman, she will want what he wants. I'm about to show you why that is not only wrong, but the opposite of the truth.
Alpha Male 2.0. Freedom-focused lifestyle design for men. We do 5 videos a week here on how to make both your business life and woman life more free, because you need both. If you subscribe to this channel, leave a like on this video, and leave a comment on this video, you will automatically be entered into the regular drawing for my online video course on how to create location-independent income, normally $1,400. We regularly announce the winners at the community feed at this channel.
A little while back, I stumbled on a Facebook post. I have it up on one of my monitors here. And it basically shows this picture of a man and a woman, and they're embraced in this wonderful romantic embrace. And the title on the meme says, "Post the 4 words that every girl wants whispered in her ear." There's 27,000 comments from both men and women. I'm going to just read down the comments verbatim without any of my editing. I'm going to read you exactly what I see from the women. I'm going to ignore the comments from the men. I'm going to read you the comments from the women. These are women telling you the 4 words that every woman wants to hear. Now, before I do that, I want you to imagine, what do you think are the 4 words every woman wants to hear in terms of a passionate, romantic, wonderful relationship? What do you think that is? Get something in your head, 4 words, a 4-word sentence, okay? Then we'll compare what women actually say to what you actually think, okay? I'm just gonna go down the list. Let's see here. Here we go. All right, you ready for this? Here they are. I've cleaned the house. I got the kids. Go back to bed. You can sleep in. I'll do the dishes. Let me hold the baby. What else? I'm skipping the ones that are written by dudes. So let's see. I love you, Peggy. All right, that one's not too bad. That one's honest. So I'm giving you all the honest ones too. I'll watch the kids. Let's see, more men, more men. You can sleep in. I'll cook supper. I've got bedtime tonight. I brought home tacos. This is women saying this. Let's see. More men, more men. Guys are pretty funny. There's one guy in here saying your sister was better. Cute. Okay, guys are pretty funny about this. I'm going down here, ignoring that. I brought home some wine. The dishes are done. I cleaned the house. Don't worry about dinner. I'll keep the kids. Keep going. The house is clean. Here's some more money. More. The dishes are cleaned. I folded the laundry. I cooked you dinner. I cleaned the house. Let's see, skipping the men. Here's some more women. I'll pay for that. Yes, dear, you're right. Anything you want, I'll clean the bathroom. I'll rub your feet. Here, have the remote. I'll cook dinner tonight. I'll watch the kids. Plan a girls' trip. I'll read just a few more and I'll get to my point. But I think you see my point, hopefully. Maybe you don't. Let's see, more men. Dinner's in the oven. Fish and chips later? This must be a British woman. One guy in here says, I had a vasectomy. Cute. Again, guys are pretty funny. I'll read 1 or 2 more and then I'll get to my point here. Let's see. I cleaned the house. I made dinner tonight. That's a great idea. You deserve more, dear. I finished doing that. Okay, let me explain something that most men, the vast majority of men in the world, including men who should know better, don't understand. Men think that when they get a serious girlfriend, or when they move in with a serious girlfriend, or when they get a wife, or when they have kids, or when they meet the woman of their dreams, the men think that these women are going to want what they want, what they, the men, want for the rest of their lives. Men don't understand that women are wired a certain way. hard-coded, biologically wired to want certain things under certain conditions. And so while most men seem to think that when they get married or get a serious girlfriend, a long-term relationship, the woman is going to want all kinds of passion and excitement and travel and sex and having fun and, working together toward a common goal and supporting him in his business to make a lot of money and all this other stuff. These men assume that the women will actually want these things, when in fact, these women are going to want something radically different. Now, I already know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, Caleb, those are all married women. Clearly, Caleb, those are all married women. Those aren't single girls. Those are all married women. That's exactly my point. That is exactly what I'm saying. What do most men who are single eventually want to do? They want to get married or settle down in some married-like relationship where they move in with a woman. Most men are either married or are single and want to get married someday, so they can end up with a woman who is like this, who says, watch the kids, make me dinner, rub my feet. Did you notice one romantic or sexual or passionate or exciting thing in there? Other than the one that said, I love you, Peggy. That's not bad. But all the rest, I just read them verbatim. I didn't go through and filter these. I read them as I saw them. Yes, when women are young and single, they aren't necessarily like this. That's correct. But as soon as you wife them up, as soon as you move in with them, certainly as soon as you marry them in a traditional monogamous marriage, which is insanity these days, when you do that, within 3 years, as I've talked about numerous times on my blogs and shown you all the data and all the statistics, the women change. Their priorities change, their sexual desires change, all kinds of things change. And that woman that you have been married to longer than 3 years is now going to be very different than that hot girl you fell in love with 3, 4, 5 years ago when she was 25, is going to be very different than that woman you started dating 3, 4, 5 years ago, that hot 25-year-old girl who loved having sex with you 7 times a week and giving you oral sex and all kinds of fun stuff. It's a radical difference, and men don't understand this. They don't get this. There have been many studies, scientific studies, as well as surveys, where they have asked married women who have lived with the same guy for longer than 3 years, certain questions about, would you rather have sex or do this? And this can change. They give them 7 or 8 different answers. And this is some other activity, and they can list 20 or 30 of these. And they'll come up with amazing results. Most married women longer than 3 years would rather go shopping than have sex. They'd rather have coffee with their best girlfriend than have sex. Many of these women, not most, but something like 34% of these women, would rather take a nap than have sex. That's what happens when you marry a woman, especially under a traditional monogamous arrangement. Now, I am married, but I am OLTR married. My marriage is very different. I have a wide open marriage where I can have sex with any other women I want, whenever I want, and I do. And I have 100% separate finances from my wife, and I have multiple legal, financial, and international barriers between my money and her money, so I don't lose any money in a divorce. We recently crossed that 3-year mark, and my marriage is better now than it was 3 years ago in terms of sex, attraction, and low drama. All of last year, 2020, she didn't give me drama once. I can't remember a time she gave me drama in 2020. She gave me a little bit of drama when we moved, because when you have a heavy transition in your life, that's when women get a little touchy. But that's my point. Compare that to most marriages post 3 years, where you can find a husband who hasn't had any drama from his wife in a year. Good luck finding that, because these are traditional monogamous relationships. You need to be aware that this fantasy picture most of you have about settling down with a woman someday and having kids and having this perfect family and this marital bliss, that is not how women are designed. Now, if you are a complete and total beta male, if you're a committed beta, and I read off those things and you were nodding your head like, well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'd love to have a wife whose priority is for me to make her dinner. Then great, do whatever you want. But if you want something different for your life, you've got 2 options, and you have only 2 options. One is to never move in with a woman, which I realize is a tall order for most men. The second one is to, when you move in with a woman, when you are ready, when you're over the age of 35, when you've accomplished most of your goals in life, just like I did, when you're ready to move in with a woman, you do it under some kind of OLTR marital relationship, where it is a non-monogamous marriage, where you can have sex with other women within whatever ground rules you and her agree upon. That's fine. Every couple negotiates their own rules. That's okay. And there is a 100% legal barrier between her money and your money. So if you split up or if you get divorced, you don't lose a single penny of your money. And I'm not just talking here about prenuptial agreements, because I know I'm going to get someone in the comments that says prenuptial agreements aren't enforceable. That's correct. I don't mean prenuptial agreements. You're gonna need a lot more than just a prenup. I am married. I have a hell of a lot more documentation than just a prenup in my marriage. I have a stack of papers this thick that she had to sign. Plus, I've configured my finances so that even if for some strange reason she was able to go after my money, she couldn't. So I'm talking a lot more about just signing a prenup. That isn't enough in the modern era. Make sure that your finances are 100% separate so that she doesn't get rewarded for leaving you, which is the typical scenario in most traditional monogamous marriages. And that you're non-monogamous so she can't remove sex from you and use that as a weapon against you. If my wife says, I'm not fucking you, fine, I just go have sex with somebody else, which is why she doesn't say that. You see how this all ties back together? That's how this works. Think this through. Remember that women are not like men. Women are not like you. They have different priorities under different conditions than men do. If you need more help configuring your long-term serious relationships so you don't end up married to a woman like one of these, you can go to joinsmic.com. That is my monthly training and mentorship audio program. Or you can click this video here where I talk about what women do say when you pitch a prenup. Or you can click this video here on my opinion regarding strong female characters in movies. I'll see you in the next video.